I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackGear.com. Today we're going to do two more easy bolt-on pieces on our 2017 Kawasaki Z125 Pro from Driven. Okay, super simple stuff here. This is as much about how well did it fit and what does it look like as it is what is it going to take to put it on. We've got an oil fill plug / dipstick. Okay, this is going to reuse the O-ring on the other side. I got a little tip for you there that I think you'll find useful. Notice I'm going with blue here on the green. And then we've got an engine plug over here on the clutch side of the bike. This comes with an O-ring, so there is no need to reuse the stock, okay? So how you want to start this is you want to keep everything, right? Because remember, this is internal engine. You don't want any dirt, any garbage on this thing whatsoever. To remove the stock plug, if this were really dirty, you'd want to clean it with some type of maybe a brake cleaner or some type of a solvent just to make sure you're not letting any debris in the engine. That's not the case here. You want to use a large screwdriver, put a little internal pressure. And this piece right here, this is literally, well, that's plastic. It's actually just a piece of plastic. And it's going to be replaced with this beautiful machined aluminum piece. What I do want to do, right, and this one comes with an O-ring. What I do want to do is I want to make sure that we're putting a thin film of grease on that O-ring, okay, where it contacts that engine cover. The reason behind that is when you tighten this down, what you don't want to have happen is you don't want this O-ring grabbing that engine cover and tearing itself up, right? You do that, you're going to have problems. Just that little bit of grease makes all the difference in the world. Okay, we've got a little layer of grease on this, right? Just a thin film. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can to get that O-ring into position as we go to thread it in. And keep an eye on this too, because if the O-ring gets pinched, it's not in the groove, that will create an issue for you down the road, and that's what we want to avoid. This is about making a bike look cool, not making an oil leak for yourself. Torque here, not much. If you open up the instructions, I'm sure there is some type of mention, 8 foot-pounds. That is very little. If you prefer to use a torque wrench, go ahead and do it, right? That's just not something that I normally do. Once again, 8 foot-pounds, that is just a tickle. That's not a lot of torque. That feels good right there. We're going to leave that. Save your stock plug just in case. And before you ride the bike, you want to make sure you run it long enough so that if there is any type of leak, you spot it before you take it out. Now we come over to the other side. This is super easy. This is as simple as threading that out, right? See, this is just a plastic piece. This O-ring is going to be reused. What I want to do here is I just want to make sure it's free of debris. So I'm going to wipe it off real nice. Clean this too. Okay. Once again, just a thin film. Dip this back into its groove. Like so, it fits down there real nicely. Piece of cake, super easy install, right? Both of these items replaced cheap plastic with dead sexy, American-made, driven racing, bolt-on cosmetic parts. I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackGear.com.